Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. At a particular moment, if you pause, can you pause and go back at that particular moment? I'm looking. That gap, that is pretty big to here. So I know now that that ball needs to come to me. I don't want to go too far and get the ball and have the right bite coming to me and try to smash me. You just want to stay as high as possible and let the ball come to you. So when Gilles Grimaudy receives that ball, I go behind and in front straight away. And at that particular moment, if you press pause here, he can't see the ball. There's no way he can see the ball. He's trying to. And I always say that the best camera that you have with your eyes.
Thierry, at what point are you you think I'm going to flick? Because that's not normal to flick it up initially. Normally someone would hold someone off, hold it,
you hold it,
maybe try and turn them that way. Why would you try and flick that up in the air?
Because, so, I know, this is why I wanted to stay here. To be able to do what, I planned that already. Because I could see the ball coming, I knew nobody was going to block it, but as soon as the ball came, this is why I wanted to explain that a tiny bit before. Playing at Highbury, your brain tells you where you are when you turn. You know where you are. Like you don't realizing that repetition creates habits. I always said that. And you know, when you blink and you train and you play in the stadium, you know where you are. Your body will let you know. So at that particular moment, all I wanted to do is surprise Denis Irwin, go in front of him, and you can see he doesn't know where the ball is. Now it's you, your quality, and what you're about to do. I wanted to flick it, and you can see like he's kind of holding my shirt. And it's not a lot, but he's making me a tiny bit go off balance. At that particular moment, I need to readjust my thought process of not hitting the ball too hard and just guide it.
I've never seen anyone flick it in that situation. Would you practicing that in training?
Yeah, I used to, and I knew Fabien is always off his line. He's always a bit more, like as any goalkeeper, by the way. But hey, this is when the ball comes. I'm going to say, hey, you see a little look I have. I know where he is. So now, when the ball comes, you see a little look.
Yeah.
So I know he's in behind. I can look. I know Fabien where he is. And at that part,
are you looking at the goalkeeper there, or where Denis Irwin is?
No. I'm looking at everything because you don't need to you don't need to turn and see everything. That's enough. I can see the whole room. I don't need to go there. I can see the whole room. And like I said, I know where the goal is at Highbury, especially. If it was a new stadium, maybe I don't try that. But I was comfortable. My mind knew where I was, if you know what I mean. And repetition creates habit. And so many times I used to do stuff like that in training or in the game. And you know, sometimes the ball arrived at the lane, at Tottenham Stadium, because I didn't hit the target. But on this occasion, you can see he doesn't know what's happening. He cannot see. So when you go in front, movement, surprise, flick, and at that moment, I'm a bit unbalanced, as you're going to see here, because he's kind of holding me at the back. I know it's not enough. People will say, no, that's not a lot, but he's making me go that way. And then I can't hit it hard anymore. I cannot. So I have to guide it and trust the ball.
That is astonishing.
And trust the ball. That's all I have to do. But again, there was a thought process behind it. You got to think it. I always said that. And, you know, I was recently talking to actually Malik, your lovely husband. There's a difference between playing the game and thinking it. I thought about it.
Let's talk about then the Arsenal. 2-0 was the final score against Olympiacos, played at home. What was your opinion on their performance?
Actually, less, because she called it. She said 2-0.
Guest of the show, friend of the show, Alessio Russo.
Likes to call it Russo.
Lexi. Oh.
No, Russo, you call her Russo, but less. No, but I think that at one point, Arsenal should have buried it way earlier. They missed a lot of chances. They ended up battling with it at one point. We can see here Martinelli missing it. Odegaard, Norwegian for a Swedish. Boom, boom. Cyborg way. Makes his way in, ball hits the post, Martinelli finally scores. And then it was a weird game from that point, Jamie. Arsenal could have made it two a couple of times, and then suddenly a goal is allowed for Olympiacos. They battled a bit too much for my liking. But yeah, once again, you had players coming off the bench.
Yeah, and this is the Raya save. Listen, I think he's a brilliant goal. This is one of the best pieces of business Arsenal have done. A real upgrade, that from Ramsdale. David Raya, for me, it's between him and Alisson in the Premier League, who's the best goalkeeper, and he's certainly one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and that's why they keep so many clean sheets.
And Donnarumma.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing that well. Luis Enrique got rid of him.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, Saka, he had to get on the score sheet, didn't he?
Little assist from Odegaard.
Absolutely beautiful. You see that? Face him up, little touch, timing of the ball perfect, timing of the run.
Another player coming off the bench and scoring.
A little bit lucky to go through the goalkeeper's legs, but they all count, don't
You keep it low.
Keep it low.
Have a chance.
You never, hey, keep it low. You never know.
So 3 points for Arsenal. One English team got the job done. Another.
Thierry Henry has reflected on one of his most memorable goals in an Arsenal shirt, recalling the magic moment from their 2-0 UEFA Champions League victory over Olympiacos. The legendary French striker described the goal as one of his finest, not just because of the finish, but because of the precision, timing, and teamwork that led to it. Henry received a perfectly weighted pass, glided past two defenders with his trademark elegance, and calmly slotted the ball into the bottom corner, sending the Emirates into a frenzy. He admitted that goals like that defined his time at Arsenal, a mix of intelligence, technique, and confidence. The win was crucial in Arsenal's European campaign and a reminder of Henry's status as one of the greatest to ever grace the competition. Please like and subscribe at the ending. Thierry Henry has reflected on one of his most memorable goals in an Arsenal shirt, recalling the magic moment from their 2-0 UEFA Champions League victory over Olympiacos. The legendary French striker described the goal as one of his finest, not just because of the finish, but because of the precision, timing, and teamwork that led to it. Henry received a perfectly weighted pass, glided past two defenders with his trademark elegance, and calmly slotted the ball into the bottom corner, sending the Emirates into a frenzy. He admitted that goals like that defined his time at Arsenal, a mix of intelligence, technique, and confidence. The win was crucial in Arsenal's European campaign and a reminder of Henry's status as one of the greatest to ever grace the competition. Please like and subscribe at the ending.